Fine, then let's begin with today's session. See, yesterday we saw some of the technical indicators that are most commonly or most widely used in technical analysis. And we also saw the setup that we'll be using in our technical analysis. Now, when we trade in stock market, there are only two kind of trades that we do. Either we buy a stock or we sell a stock. Now, today we'll be seeing that how with the use of this technical setup, we can look for a buying opportunity in the market, and how with the use of this technical setup we can see a shorting opportunity in the market. Now there are basically two setups, or should I say there are two conditions in which we'll see or look for a buying opportunity in the market, and there are two conditions where we'll be looking for a selling opportunity in the market. We will also take some examples, and I'll take some of the examples from the calls that we have given on Stockmaster so that you can simultaneously check it. Now, the first condition for buying is when a stock is continuously falling, stock is in a downtrend, and when we see a reversal sign, when the stock bottoms out and it gives us a reversal sign, that is the time we have to look for a buying opportunity in a stock using our technical setup. Now, that we'll see how we can use that technical setup for looking it for the buying opportunity. Now, see, this is Dilip Buildcon. And as you can see, the stock is in a downtrend. The stock is continuously falling. And at this point, when stock crossed the 10 period moving average in the upward direction, it took a support on 10 period moving average for 2 days. And on the third day, and we also gave this call on Telegram channel on the same day. That is, which date is this? This is 11th of Feb. 11th of Feb, when we saw this candle about 10 period moving average, this was our buying level above the high of this candle. You can also check it on your Telegram channel. Our buy was about 360 at this point, and our targets were 375 to 380 and 390 to 395. And in fact, it has made a high of 464.60. Our target was achieved. So in almost 1 or 2 days, our target was achieved. So this is your trade from bottom. When we see a reversal sign and when the stock closes above the 10 period moving average. Here you can see that this day stock went about 10 period moving average. The next day it was taking a support on 10 period moving average, and after that when we saw for the third day that there was this candle formation, and the way see the curve the 10 period moving average is making. And if you see when the stock broke this range, this rounded bottom formation, when the stock broke this range, about 360 was our buying, and you can see the rally in the stock. This is your trade from bottom. Now another stock is Tata Steel that we gave. This we gave on, you can check it on, it's on 31st Jan, I think. This date. This date, or this is 30th Jan, this candle was formed. The stock was in a downtrend. And when we saw this big candle, this is a big. Hello? How many of you are not able to hear me? Good evening, Imtiaz. Are you all able to hear me? Imtiaz can hear me. Chetan can hear me. Imtiaz can hear me from the very beginning. No voice and stuck video. Now fine. Anybody else? Now can everyone hear me, or is there a problem? Someone is still facing a problem with the sound? Richardson, can you hear me? Everything is going okay. Fine. Then let's continue. Yes, I'll do that. Don't worry. See, when we saw this candle, this bullish candle, see, this is a bullish Marubozu candle and it closed above your 10 period moving average. And the high of this candle is 471.40 and we gave a buy above 472, above the high of this candle. And see, when it broke this level, you can see the rally this has the stock has given. It has made a high of 497. Almost we gave two targets, 478 to 482 and 490 to 495, and both our targets were achieved in how many days? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 or 9 days. Both the targets were achieved. RSI is 27 over here and RSI is 26 over here. See, there was a there was a divergence in Delhi Buildcon, the one that we saw. If we convert the chart to the line chart and you see this high, the closing price over here is 321 and the value of RSI is 17, and see this closing price is 316 but the value of RSI is 19. So there was a bullish divergence at this point in Delhi Buildcon. The price is making a lower low, but your RSI is making a higher low. Price is going down and RSI is moving in the upward direction, and we saw the reversal in the stock after that. So this is your one setup or one condition, that is your trade from bottom, where we can look for a buying opportunity in the market when the trend is about to end and the stock is about to take a reversal. But for that we need the candles to close above 10 moving average. So there is a support of 10 moving average. Though sometimes we also consider the candles like the one we gave ICICI Pru. If you see ICICI Pru, that also gave a good rally. Now see, here we saw a candle formation. The stock was in a downtrend. We didn't wait for it to cross this 10 moving average, because see, once it crossed the 10 moving average, and you can see the rally in the stock in no time, in 2 days, what rally the stock has given. From 290 it went up till 317. So over here we considered this candle, the hammer candle, the high of the hammer. We can't technically call it a bottom trade from bottom, but yes, considering the candle formation, you can say that this is also a trade from bottom. But if we get a candle closing about 10 period moving average, and then if it enter in the trade, so that will be better. So this is your one condition where you can look for a long trade in the market. Now second condition is when a stock is taking a support, whether on a 200 moving average or a 50 moving average. Now see, we gave VMART on this day on 30th Jan. On 31st it was posted on your Telegram channel. See the price rejection from the lower level in the stock, and the stock closed above 200 moving average. And this is a bullish candle. If you see the close, there is not much of a difference in the close and the high price, considering the fact that this is a high value stock, because the wick is very small. So our buying level was above 2530. The stock closed at 2520. Now since this is a high value stock, we took a buffer of 5 to 10 points, and our entry was about 2530. About this level was our entry, and we gave target up till 2730 to 2735. And then you can see how the 10 moving average also crossed your 200 period moving average and your 50 period moving average. And see, in no time, say in 1 2 3 days, our targets were hit. We gave 2 or 3 targets, and all 3 targets were hit. Our last target was 2730 to 2735, and it made a high of 2755. So this one you can say is your trade from support, because now the stock is above 200 moving average. Let me remove all these lines first. Now see, this again is your trade from support. The stock was taking a support on 200 moving average. Where is your 1st of Feb? See the, actually we gave call very late. We gave call on the 1st of Feb when stock crossed this resistance level. Our buy was about 2530. Actually your trade was formed over here when you saw this candle closing above 50 moving average, and you could have entered above the high of this candle. The high of this candle is 1962, and from there it went up and made a high of 2097 in how many days? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 7 or 8 days. You can see a continuous rally in the stock. See, there is multiple support in this stock. There is a support of 50 moving average, there is a support of 200 moving average. Now stock having a multiple support now is a very strong support, and it's not able to break. This kind of support is not broken that easily. So you could have entered about this level, above the high of this bullish candle, the one which closed above 50 moving average, and you can see the rally in the stock. So this is again is your trade from support. Stock closing above your 200 moving average or above your 50 moving average, you can consider it as a trade from support. And when we see a reversal sign from the bottom, that is your trade from bottom. Now see Jubilant Food. Jubilant Food on this day, on 31st Jan, it closed above your 50 moving average. and see your 10 period moving average is making a curve shape and it crossed your 50 period moving average. Now when you are taking a trade above a 50 moving average, then you have to see that there is no big resistance on top. Say if we take entry about 1270, then your target should be around 1300. Say it's only 30 points target because there is 200 period moving average. Though it crossed this moving average, the momentum was good in the stock, so it crossed this 200 period moving average also and made a high of 1402. But we need to look at the conditions where there is no any big hurdle at the top when we are taking an entry in the stock. No big resistance should be there at the top. So if we take an entry in Jubilant Food about 1270, then the target, our first target should be around this level, say 1290 to 1295. Only 20 to 25 points target you can play in this stock because there is 200 period moving average, which is a bigger moving average. So the possibility of it crossing is very less, and though it crossed the level, the momentum was good in the stock, but this also is your trade from support. Now one stock that I posted, about which I posted last night, was NIIT Technology and Stockmaster. Now this we are looking at a shorting opportunity from a top using our technical setup. Now see, the stock is in an uptrend, right? And if we see the divergence in the stock, now if you want to see a divergence, you just need to change your chart from candlestick chart to your line chart, and we'll be looking divergence at the two places. If you want to look at a bullish divergence, then we'll be looking divergence at the bottom when the stock is making lower lows, the stock is in a downtrend. And if you're looking for a bearish divergence, then we'll look at the top when the stock is making high highs. That is the time we look for a negative divergence. Now if you see here, your stock is continuously making high highs, but if you see RSI is making lower lows. So this is your negative divergence over here, and the result of which, as I told you, once you see a negative divergence, that means the stock will go into a consolidation, and after some time we can see a reversal in the stock. So see, after this negative divergence was formed, the stock is in a sideways range, and we gave a sell below 1282 on 13th, and for 2 days it was not able to break it. When to check? See, when the stock is at the top and when you see any kind of these reversal candles, when you see price rejection happening at the lower levels, that means the now price the sellers are not willing, the pulling back the market. There is a pullback in the market. The selling is coming in. That means the supply is high at this level. So that time you can check the divergence. Now see, divergence, I'll repeat once again for you, Imtiaz. See the high. This high is higher than this high. Similarly, this high is higher. The stock is making higher highs. Now, when a stock is making a high high, it is said to be in an uptrend. And when a stock is making lower lows, the stock is said to be in a downtrend. Now, RSI is your momentum indicator. That is, it should move along with the price. But what we are seeing over here is that stock is making higher highs. But if you look at the RSI every time with every high is making a lower high. That means RSI is pulling back, but the price is up in the upward direction. So this is your negative divergence. So once we get this kind of divergence, that means now that the trend is about to end. The stock is getting exhausted. Now the stock will either go into consolidation or we can see a reversal in the stock. So if, as you can see, the stock was into consolidation mode. And yesterday when it broke that level 1282 and see the low that the stock has made, it has made a low of 1258. So this is your trade of top. Now when to take trade from top? When you see prices closing below the 10 period moving average, or you see any reversal candle, say if you see a bearish Marubozu, or sorry, a bearish engulfing candle or a bearish Marubozu, and or when you see that your prices are now below 10 period moving average. So below uh, this candle you can go short, and see the candle now is still taking a resistance from 10 period moving average. Now you can also watch out this top on Monday, because if I mark this level, now the stock is on a support right now. This is a support for stock. This is the second time the stock is at this level, say around 1261 or 1262. So if on Monday, if the market is bearish and these candles they leave 10 period moving average, that is the time you can go, or when it breaks this level 1260, that is the time you can go short in the market. When the candles leave 10 period moving average and move downwards, see right now they are taking resistance exactly at 10 period moving average. We want candles to leave the 10 period moving average. When they leave 10 period moving average and when they break this level, that is the time you can enter short in the market. This is your trade from top. As you can see, there was a divergence also in this case. See, when you are doing intraday, Anil, the stock will move up and down and up and down. Here, what we are talking about is it will move up and down. There is no point, because of the volatility. The stock always moves up and down. But that is the reason why we put a stop loss in all the trades, so that if the trade goes against us, so our loss is minimized. Now people always get tensed and people always get worried that my stop loss got hit, but I think that you should be happy that your loss, what you could have incurred in that, your loss is saved. You are not in a very big loss. And if your trade goes against you, then we should accept our fault. See, because we all are humans, we can't be 100% correct every time. If it went against us, it went against us, that's it. Just book your loss and get out of the trade. There is nothing to be tensed about. Profit, see, loss is a part of stock market. If you are afraid of making a loss, then stock market is not a place for you. So one should not be tensed of making a loss in the market. That is why, see, we are using this technical setup and we are trying to find out trades so that we can get a good result. Now see, even IGL we gave. Now this is on a 200 period move support and also on 50 period moving average support. And our buy was above 280. This is also your trade from support at the high of this candle. And our target was, see, we gave 3 to 4 targets in this. Our second target was 305 to 3010, and our last target was 315 to 320. And see in how many days? 1, 2, 3, 4. In 4 days, our two targets were hit. It made a high of 311.40. Our third target was not hit. Most of the time it would hit stop loss and come down. Sometimes I feel it came only to touch my stop loss. See, that is not the case, Anil. See, market मार्केट को है ना आपसे कोई दुश्मनी नहीं है. No one is watching your stop loss, that Anil has put a stop loss and now I want to hit the stop loss. That is not the case. This happens because of volatility. It happens most of the time. Now see, if we talk about NIIT Tech, the day I gave this stock for shorting, for 2 days it did not break the level. See, that is why I'm saying that levels are very important. If you know how to identify a correct level at which you want to enter into a stock, whether be it buy or sell, once the level is broken, now see, I can see that there is, a support this stock is taking at this level. Now, once it breaks this level and looking at the bearish candle, and that it is taking a resistance from 10 period moving average, and 10 period moving average is now moving in the slope is it's developing that it's going to move in the downward direction. And seeing looking at the bearish candle, if market on Monday is bearish, then I'm expecting it to go down further. That means this consolidation, it will break the consolidation. Okay, so this is your stock for trade from top. So we have seen trade from bottom, we have seen trade from support, and we have seen trade from top. Now see, Reliance we gave short below this level, that is below 1287, because we saw a bearish Marubozu candle. Though if technically speaking, if you say trade from top, so trade from top was when the candle closed below this 10 period moving average. But looking at the candle formation, that this is a reversal candle, and also if we look for a divergence, see the divergence that is there in the stock, see the high the stock is making, and see the low that your RSI is making. There is a clear divergence in the stock. RSI, the slope is downwards, price is making a higher high. And we also got a reversal candle. And whenever you see these kind of candles at the top, whenever you see price rejection in any stock, just a second. See, in both the candles, there is a price rejection from the higher levels. Similarly, when we look at the bottom, we see for a price rejection from the lower levels, which means that now the buyers are not willing for the prices to go down further. Similarly, when we are looking at the top, there is a price rejection from the higher levels. So this again is your, you can say, is your trade from top. Now, if we talk about trade from resistance, now when resistance means there is a resistance of moving average. Now, if you look at this part, your stock is taking a resistance from 50 moving average. Also, there is a resistance of 10 period moving average on top, and above that there is 50 period moving average. So you can say that there are multiple resistance in this stock. So when your stock broke this level, the consolidation that it was in the downward direction, when this level is broken, see, for some time the stock was in a sideways range. It was consolidating, but it was not going up because there is resistance on top, resistance of moving averages. So once this support is broken, then you can see the fall in the market. This is your trade from resistance. So these are the four kind of trading opportunities that we need to look into the market. One is your trade from bottom when the stock is giving a reversal sign. Then second is your trade from support if stock is taking a support on 50 period moving average or 200 period moving average. And one is your trade from top, in which we look for a shorting opportunity when when we see any reversal candle from top, or when prices moves below 10 period moving average and leaves 10 period moving average. That is the time we can look for a shorting opportunity. Or when a stock is taking a resistance, be it from 200 period moving average or 50 period moving average, we can look for a shorting opportunity. So these are the four trading setups that we use using this technical setup. And you can also, when any stock is at the top, you can check for a bearish divergence, and when a stock is at the bottom, you can check for a bullish divergence. Now once you see a bullish divergence, which means that now the downtrend is about to end, the stock will either consolidate for some time, or you can see a reversal in the stock. See, stock market never falls immediately or never changes the trends immediately, except if there is any negative news. The trend of market, if the market is in a one trend, then it will slow down for some time, and then you can see a trend reversal. If market is in a downtrend, then it will not immediately change the direction. It will slow down a bit. You can see a consolidation, and then you can see a trend reversal. Similarly, if the market is in an uptrend, it will not fall immediately the next day. If the trend is ending, then it will go into consolidation for some time, and then you will see a reversal, except if there is some any bad news in the market, on the global front or any such thing, then you can see the impact the very next day in the market. Now these are the setups that we saw. Now let's look at some of the stocks which you guys can keep on your radar, and we will also look how to analyze a stock, what time frames to use. Now let's look at Coffee Day. Now see, whenever we want to take a trade, we will always first see the daily chart, what kind of formation the stock is taking on a daily chart. Our decision to trade in any stock will depend on daily chart. Now if we see the stock of Coffee Day, this is a bullish Marubozu candle, and you can see the stock has crossed 50 period moving average and 200 period moving average, and the stock closed about 200 period moving average. And if you see the RSI also, RSI is somewhat about 59. That means it is about to cross 60. Now, if I look on a daily chart, the stock looks good to me for trading. But now we will always use a top-down approach. Once we have decided that we want to trade the stock, or the stock looks good for trading, then we will check other time frames. Now, first we will check the weekly time frame of a stock. Now see, as I told you that you can use trend lines. Now see, if I draw a trend line, if I connect this high with this high and extend the line, then see how beautifully the stock is taking a resistance from past so many weeks on the trend line. It is not able to break the trend line in an upward direction. Similarly, if I connect the low with this higher low and extend the line, then see every time the stock is taking a support on this trend line and bouncing back. And if I see the weekly chart, then there is the stock, though the candle is bullish, there is some kind of a resistance of 50 period moving average. Or what is the closing price? The closing price is 281.50, and 50 period moving average, the value is 282.44. So there is a resistance of 50 period moving average on the weekly chart in the stock, right? But the candle is bullish. The closing is very close to the 50 period moving average resistance. So now if I want to decide the entry in the stock, that at what level I will take an entry, so I know that on a weekly time frame at 282.50 there is a resistance. So if I want to take an entry, I will mark this level. The high of this candle is around 283.65. So let's say I'll mark 285 as my entry point. About 285 I plan to enter into a stock. But now we have checked the weekly chart, we have checked the daily chart. Now we will also check the 4-hour time frame. See, in 4-hour time frame, the stock is above 50 period moving average and about 200 period moving average. Your RSI is also above 60, and your 10 period moving average is in an upward direction. Okay, no problem. And then we'll check the 1-hour time frame. Even in 1-hour time frame, the stock is above all the moving averages. So the only resistance that stock has got is in a weekly time frame, that is around 282. Now if we see the daily chart also, then you can see, as I told you, as I showed you in the weekly chart, how the stock is taking a resistance from the trend line and also taking a support from the trend line. See, when a stock is in an upward direction, the stock makes higher highs, and when a stock is in a downward direction, stock makes lower lows and lower highs. But in this case, stock is making lower highs and higher lows. So now we have checked all the time frames. We have checked the weekly time frame, we have checked the daily time frame, we have checked the 4-hour and 1-hour time frame, and in all the time frames there is only resistance in the weekly time frame, that is around 282. And I have marked my entry about 285. I want to enter in the stock about 285. That means when the resistance is broken, then only I will enter in the stock. Now if I want to mark the levels for my targets, so I know that there is a resistance at this level. From here the prices, we saw a pullback in prices from this level. So if I take entry about 285, then my first target will be somewhere around 295 to 300 level, because we also have a trend line resistance at this place. Then my next target can be at this level. If this trend line resistance is broken and this 300 level is broken, then the next target can be somewhere around 320 to 325 level, which again is a, a resistance for the stock. Then this will be my third level. So this is how you can mark your targets. If you want to mark your targets, then you'll have to see to the left side of a chart from where the prices are taking a pullback or from where the prices are taking a resistance. That is the level that you can mark your take as your targets. Can we take more use the direct pivot points to mark the targets? See, pivot points, I think if you use in intraday, it's much better. And if you want to use pivot points, you can mark your targets based on pivot points as well. But I generally don't use pivot points in positional trading to mark my targets. Because see, if I take entry at around what 285 level, then the pivot is around what 290 level. So it's just 5 points. Then the next pivot is around 312 levels. Well, the choice is yours. If you want to use pivot as your targets, then you can use pivot points. But I don't use pivot points. I generally see the levels from which the price can face a resistance. That I mark and I take a range. I don't take a particular specific price. I don't say that okay 300 will be my target, because see sometimes you know what, the your price can go very close to your target and then it we see a reversal. So I always mark a range. I know that there is a resistance say around 395 to 300 level in the stock, so my target will be from 295 to 300. I will not say that my target is 300 specifically. Now here the resistance is around 324 because I always mark a zone. See if I zoom here, because you see in these candles I'm what I'm seeing is a price rejection. So if I want to mark a target, I'll mark these levels as well. So this becomes your resistance zone. From 317 to 325 is your resistance zone. So I can place my second target to be around 315 to 320 levels. Similarly, if I see this level, so in this level also you will see that there is a price rejection from the higher levels. Similarly, if I mark these levels, because this I always mark a zone, because sometimes you know your price, see in this candle your price didn't reach this level, your price retraced from this level only. So if my if I see a zones is around 350 to 355, then I'll put my target as 345 to 350. So one stock that we can keep on radar is, this is a cash stock. Coffee Day is looking good to me because this is bouncing from the support of your trend line, and also this has crossed your moving averages and closed about 200 period moving average. So once the high of this is broken, say around 283.65 is high, so I will take trade about 285, and 295 to 300 will be my target. We can keep this on our watch list. This can be your trade from support. Now another stock that we can keep on our watch list is, see, this is Axis Bank. This is your trade from top. The candles have left the 10 period moving average. And if you see this support over here, this support is around 683.35. In fact, I will not take this support into consideration. If I want to go short in Axis Bank, then I will wait for it to break this support, which previously was a resistance, which is around 678 or 679 levels. I will wait for it to break this level, 678. If Axis Bank goes below 678, then this can be a good shorting opportunity for us, because see, as I told you, whatever is your support, once it is broken, that acts as your resistance, and when resistance is broken, that acts as your support. So now the stock is at 686. So around 678 to 680 we can see a support in the stock. So once that support is broken, then this can be a good shorting opportunity for us. Right? Now in this also, if you we can check first the weekly chart. Now see, any support or resistance on a bigger time frame is considered to be a very strong support or resistance, and that support or resistance is not broken that easily. So if you get any support or resistance on a weekly time frame, that is considered to be a very strong support or resistance. Now see, in weekly time frame, this is your support area. So we can short only once this is broken. 678. Let's look at the 4-hour time frame. In 4-hour time frame, if you see, the candle is almost at the 50 period moving average, and your RSI is turning in the upward direction towards the 30 level or 40 level. This is your support zone that it needs to break. And in 1-hour time frame, your stock is on a 200 period moving average support. And again, in this, if you see, if you look at the RSI is now in the upward direction towards the 40 mark. So in Axis Bank, our short will be below 678, not before that. Actually, our short in Axis Bank was at this point when 715 was broken. There was this consolidation for 3-4 days at this level, and when this level was broken, that was the time we could have shorted Axis Bank, because as that day I showed you, we can draw a channel also and see. If I draw a parallel channel in Axis Bank, so this is the point where your stock actually took a resistance from the trend line. See, stock took a resistance at this point, came down, took a support from this point. There was a pullback again. Again, stock took a support at this point, went up, but was not able to reach this point. Again, it came down, took a support almost from this point. Again, it bounced back and again took a resistance from this point. And now we are seeing a pullback in the stock. So at this point of time, when 715 was broken, that was the time if we enter short. So from 715, now the stock has made a low of 695. 1, 2, 3, 4 days. Now another stock that we will look at is Reliance. Reliance, I don't see a trade right now in Reliance. Let's check Infratel. Infratel in Reliance has got the same kind of candle formation. Oro Pharma. See, Oro Pharma can be a good shorting opportunity for us. This can be your trade from resistance. See, this has got a bearish Marubozu candle and below 50 moving average. So if it breaks the low of this candle 718, then we can see a further fall in the stock. Let's check the weekly time frame. We will not take a shot in Oro Pharma, reason being, as I told you, that in Oro Pharma, as you can see in a weekly time frame, we have a 200 period, 200 moving average support in a weekly time frame, which is around 614 level. As I told you that any support or resistance in a higher time frame is a very strong support and resistance. Now the reason why we check all these time frames is basically that whenever we take an entry in any stock, we don't want any hurdle. So if you are taking a long entry, then we don't want any major hurdle on top of our entry point. Similarly, if you are going short in any stock, then we don't want any barrier on the lower side, so that the movement we can get a good movement in the stock. See, if only based on our daily time frame, if we decide on this stock, then we will look for a shorting opportunity, because this is a bearish Marubozu candle. And if we look support, then support is around 695, where there is a 200 period moving average. But if we look at a higher time frame, support is very nearby. The stock is at around 622 level and support is around 714. So we will not take a short trade until this support is broken. So now once we have seen support in a weekly time frame, there is no point in doing any further analysis. There is no point in looking at the 4-hour time frame or the 1-hour time frame. We straight away decide that we will not take a short trade in the script. See, because in 4-hour time frame it is below all the moving averages. In 1-hour time frame also, let's see, it's below all the moving averages. But based on a weekly time frame, we will not take a short trade in Oro Pharma. Now let's see another stock. See, you have to analyze 4 charts. First, your decision will be based on your daily chart, what you see on daily chart. Now if I look at the daily chart of Shriram Transport, Shriram Transfen, then I see a bearish candle formation. No, you can't go short for intraday. That's what I'm saying, Imtiaz. How will you take a short trade in Oro Pharma when you have a support very next to your entry point? Now, where will you short? Where will you go? At what point will you short? See, though this is a bearish Marubozu candle, and if you look only at the daily time frame, then anyone will decide that okay, I want to go short. I want to take a short trade in Oro Pharma, because if you see the 200 period moving average is at around 694, 695 level. But if I see a weekly time frame, we have a 200 moving average support at around 6 714 or 715 level, and stock the closing price is around 722. So how will you take a short trade? How many points will you get when you have a support, and that too on a higher time frame? If in case market is negative on Monday and there is a gap down opening in Oro Pharma, that means if Oro Pharma opens below 714 level, then we can think of taking a short trade in Oro Pharma. Then you will have another support at around 681 level, that is 50 period moving average support. But if there is not a gap down opening and Oro Pharma opens around 720 until this weekly support is broken, we can't take a short trade in Oro Pharma. And we don't want only this support to be broken. We want the stock, the closing should be below this support. So that, because sometimes what happens, because of volatility, like in this case you see the stock prices went down, but again there was a pullback in the prices and stock closed above 200 period moving average. So that can happen. That's why we'll not take a trade, short trade in Oro Pharma until there is a closing below 200 period moving average on a weekly time frame. That is, if the stock closes at 712 or 713 level or 710 level on Monday, then on Monday we'll analyze and see if there is a short trade in Oro Pharma for the next day or not. That is the time we'll decide on the trade, but not now. The reason why we are checking all these time frames is because we don't want any barrier when we are taking a trade. If we are taking a short trade, there should be no barrier on the downside, and when we are taking a long trade, there should be no barrier on the top of our entry price. Because see, when you're going to do intraday, what time frame you'll be using? You'll be using 5 minutes or 15 minutes time frame. And if you have a resistance on the weekly time frame which is much higher, much bigger than your 5 minutes and 15 minutes time frame, then how can you expect the stock to on 15 minutes chart to break that barrier? Or if you suppose you check 1 hour 4 hour time frame, and you are trading on a 15 minutes time frame from intraday, and if there is any support or resistance, say if there is a support, if you are going for a short trade just below your entry point, then how can you expect the stock to break that higher time frame support? Because you are using a lower time frame for your entry and point. So we are looking for a stock where we can take entry, and when where there is no major hurdle, there is no major barrier once we enter the stock, so that we can get a good movement in the stock. See, all those stocks that I showed you, Delhi Buildcon, VMart and TCS, go and you can check those stocks on your charting platform, because you can see what movement these stocks have given in just 1 or 2 days. Let's see. See, I'll show you once again. See the movement in the stock, just one-sided movement. See, once stock closed up above 200 period moving average, see there is only one-sided movement. That is the reason why your target, why the target gets hit in 2 or 3 days. When there is no barrier on top, if you're taking an entry, then you can expect a free movement in the stock, and you can get a good rally in the stock. Now see, even this SR Transfin is looking weak to me. Reason being that it is below all the moving averages. You can see the slope of 200 period moving average. You can see the slope of 50 period moving average, and the stock is below 10 period moving average. And stock has left the 10 period moving average. It is below 10 period moving average, and there is a gap between the 10 period moving average and the stock, and this is a strong bearish candle. But now if I look over here, the stock is on a support. Now let's check the weekly graph, weekly chart. Now if you see the weekly chart, we have a 200 period moving average resistance on top, and this level will act as your resistance. Let's check the 4-hour time frame. See the level that we have marked on daily chart acting as a support. And in 1 hour time frame also, the stock is below all the moving averages. The only thing is that we have a support at the lower level. So now what we will do is, so we are having a support from a price action movement in the stock. Stock is at 1002, and my view on this stock is bearish. Now if on Monday stock breaks this 1000 level, I'll go short in the stock below 1000, not before that, because we have checked the weekly time frame, we have checked the daily time frame, and we have checked 4 hour and 1 hour time frame. The only support that we are having is from the price action. From the past history, we can see the prices, we saw a pullback from this level again and again. Now there can be two scenarios in this case. Either if it breaks this level, then our short trade will get triggered, or we can see a pullback from this level. If we see a pullback from this level, then we will not trade that pullback, because we want one bearish or one bullish candle to be formed. Then next day, if we find any good trade, that is the time we can decide in trading in this stock, but not on Monday. For Monday, my view on SR Transfin is bearish if it breaks 1000 level. Got it? Everybody understood, or you want me to repeat something? So our decision will be based on a daily time frame. Then we'll do the top-down approach. If we think that the stock is looking good as per our technical setup that we are using, if we think that the stock is looking good as per our technical setup, then we'll check the weekly time frame, then we'll check the 4 hour time frame, and then 1 hour time frame, and then we'll decide our entry level. We'll mark all the support and resistance levels, and then based on that we'll decide our entry level and our targets. Now those who want to do intraday, then they can, after seeing all these time frames, they can go down to 15 minutes time frame, and from there they can do their trade, taking into consideration at what point they have resistance and at what point there is a support, be it 1 hour time frame, 4 hour time frame, weekly time frame, or daily time frame. So basically what we have covered up till now, we are combining all that and using in our technical analysis. We are using candlestick patterns, we are using moving averages. Even if we see any chart pattern, say if we see double top or head and shoulder, any such pattern, we can use trend lines. So we'll combine all this plus combining all different time frames. Then we decide on a chart where to enter and what will be our targets and what will be our stop loss point. So we will have regular, say for 4 or 5 days, we'll regular have, when we'll do the stock filtration technique, 4 or 5 days, we'll regular do these exercise again and again. Then you'll understand properly at that time. Support resistance can turn out to be double bottom too. Yes, see, your resistance can become double top and your support can become double bottom. Now, if you see SR transfer, this is your double top. From the same level, this is your double top, and from the same level, the prices, we have seen a pullback in prices 2 times. Now, if you see this, you can say is your double bottom, you can say, or you can say this is your triple bottom. Every time the prices reach this level, we again see a pullback in the prices. So basically, this is the range in which the stock is trading for a long time. And only way to trade this stock is either if it breaks the range, or if we see a pullback from one point to the other, that is the time we can enter in a trade at the lower range or at the higher range when we get an opportunity. So right now the SR transfer is at the bottom of the range, and seeing the candle, it is looking a bearish candle. RSI is below 40. Let's check the divergence. So let's see what happens on Monday. Now if we look at Nifty, now this is the trend line. Even on Friday, you see it tried to break the trend line, but there was a pullback in Nifty. Now let's see whether it breaks the trend line on Monday, or we are expecting a pullback, because see, Nifty is continuously falling. If we see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, from last 7 days, Nifty is continuously falling. So we can expect some pullback in Nifty. But if there is a pullback in Nifty, then we have multiple resistance in Nifty on top. Nifty at present is at 10,724. The first resistance will be the high of this candle, around 10,785. Then 10,820 will act as a resistance for Nifty, 815 to 820.
So we have multiple resistance in Nifty. Anyway, Nifty is in downward trend right now. It's bearish because it's trading below 200 period moving average. There is no clear direction in Nifty at the moment. One hour time frame. See, even in 1 hour time frame, Nifty is below 250 period moving average. So in 1 hour time frame also there is a resistance. So there are, if you see, there are multiple resistances in Nifty at the top at the moment. 10,780, then 10,820, then around 10,850, then 10,875. These are all resistance level for Nifty. Right. So any other question? Yes, Yes Bank, there is some negative news now. Let's check Yes Bank. See, we will not trade only the news, but we have to see it on our technical setup as well. This is not the correct chart that I'm seeing in Yes Bank. Why is this happening? Some problem? There was this big green candle, bullish candle. I'm not able to see that. Yes Bank, I will let you know. Let me check it on Chart Nexus, then I'll let you know. Now, one more thing before we conclude for today. See, I have some medical emergency in my family, so I will not be available for 4 5 days. So we will not be having any session for these 4 5 days. But what I want you guys to do is I want you guys to practice these technical setups, and based on these technical setups, I want you to filter out stocks. Now, what process you will be using for filtering out stocks? You will do an analysis of Nifty daily and all the sectoral indexes, and based on your analysis, say if Nifty is bullish, and you will see that in that corresponding to Nifty which sector is bullish. In from that sector you will select the stock which are looking good on our technical setup, and whether you can find any trading opportunity in that setup or not. But those who are new, I don't want you guys to trade right now. I don't want you guys to trade with real money right now. You can do your research work daily. You filter out stocks, maintain a log, or you can maintain an Excel, or you can maintain a register in which you can note down all your research work. If you want to do, I want you to do paper trading, or you do virtual trading, but don't use your actual money right now, not until and unless you are a bit confident, you get confident about your research. Don't trade with your real money. And I want you to post your research work, whatever stocks you are selecting, to post on the Telegram channel, because I'm not finding you people to be active on the Telegram channel. I want all of you to do your research, because see, technical analysis, no matter how much we teach you, until and unless you practice it, you will not be able to learn technical analysis. You have to practice it daily. So daily for 4 5 days, you have to do your research work. You have to post your research work on the Telegram channel, that what stock you are selecting. If possible, take a screenshot. Like I have marked the levels, the entry levels and everything. Take a screenshot and post it on the Telegram channel, so that you guys can learn from each other a lot. But I don't see you guys interacting with each other on the Telegram channel. So I want each one of you to do your research, to post it on a Telegram channel. If possible, take a screenshot and post it. And for practicing, I want you to do virtual trading. You can download the mobile app of IIFL and log in as a guest, sign in as a guest, and in their menu they have a virtual trading platform. You can use that for your virtual trading for your practice purpose. So whatever stock filtration you are doing, if you want to take a trade, do virtual trading in that and see how it is going. And post all your research work, so that though I am not available, I will not be there for the webinar. So whenever I see your research work or your stocks that you're selecting, I can always check it and comment back to your research work. If there's anything, I can let you know. Right? And also, if you want, I'll tell you one this app. This is Chart Nexus. You can download this app also. But in this, you can do only end of the day analysis, because the charts that are available are daily, weekly, and monthly. Other charts are not available, and the data in this gets updated in the evening after 6 or 6:30. So this is good for your end of the day analysis. Those who are working professionals, they can download it in their mobile as well, sign it, register it, and then you can do your analysis. So I want you to download IIFL app, log in as a guest, and do your virtual trading, do your practice over there. Daily do your research work, take a screenshot and post it on the Telegram channel, so that others may say, suppose if you are able to find out some good stocks which other might have missed it, so they will also get to know, and you guys can learn a lot from each other. Okay, any more questions? You guys understood the trading setup, the four kind of trading setups? You guys understood our technical setup as well? See, even on a webinar also no one is replying to me. How will I get to know? So many doubts. You are making list of it. So what you can do, Anil, that you can post that list on the Telegram channel, and I can reply, so that whatever are your doubts, so that see, if you are having a doubt and if I solve your doubt, then others, I can reply it back on Telegram channels, and others will also get to know. and their doubts will also get solved if they're having the same kind of doubts. Why wait for me to get back? I'll not be there for the webinar, but you can always post your any queries you have, you can post it on the Telegram channel, right? And not only the queries, now I want everyone to participate actively in your research work. Do paper trading, do virtual trading, make a log of your trades, make an Excel sheet of your trades, practice as much as you want. See, this is stock market we are talking about. If you will not practice it, no matter how much we tell you, then you'll end up losing money and then you'll blame us that, we were not able to teach you the right thing. Whereas we are showing you practically all the traits that we are giving on the Telegram channel, how we filtered out on what basis, on what setup we filtered out those stocks. And we have shown you the result of those calls as well. So analyze Nifty daily, analyze all the sectoral indexes, whichever sector is moving along with the Nifty. If Nifty is positive, whichever sector is positive in that sector, look for the stocks, filter out the stocks which are positive, put it on your charting platform, and based on our technical setup, if you get any good stock for trading purpose, say if it's on support or what kind of formation is taking place, analyze on all the different time frames, weekly, daily, hourly, 4 hourly, and then post it on your Telegram channel that what is why you have selected the stock and all that. Yes, if one or two stocks are enough, Anil, but to filter out those one or two stocks, you'll have to analyze many stocks. And always remember one thing, always trade in the direction of the market. We daily we may take out two trades for shorting purpose, two trades for taking a long position, but we will trade only in the direction of the market. If market is in the positive direction, we will take only the long trades. We are not going to take any shorting trade. And if market is negative, we will not take any long trade. We will go only for the shorts. Don't trade against the market. Remember that thing. And so we'll conclude today's session, and our next session will be when I'll get back. We'll post it on the Telegram channel. And in the meantime, practice as much as you can. Post all your research work. Okay. Bye then. Take care. See you.